Welcome to the long-awaited third episode of the Boy Genius Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Boy Genius, or Jared if you want to call me by my actual name. And I am back for a new episode of the podcast. I think this podcast show is going to focus on not just stories that I can think of or remember, but also ones that I find pretty interesting. Now, today's episode is going to be focusing on something no one ever wants to deal with. And no, we are not going to be talking about Dallas again for this one. I do have some videos on my channel that'll focus on all that stuff. But today we are going to be talking about hackers. Most specifically, this one topic I was reading just now about some hackers finding a way to hack into people's Google accounts without even needing a password. Yes, you heard me correctly. A group of hackers found a way to hack into people's accounts without the need of passwords or email, anything. Now, let me get one thing straight here. I've seen some hackers do some pretty cool stuff on video games or to video game consoles and whatnot. Not just consoles and games, but like on computers too. If you're using it in good ways and not in bad ways that people need to change their passwords or stealing information, I cannot imagine hacking into people's computers to do some very illegal stuff. And taking someone's account, whether it be their YouTube or whatever, or their information, I would really rather hack games if I had the knowledge to do so, but I don't. But I could still get in trouble for doing all that stuff too, but still, I would rather do that than what these hackers have done. And also, I am only reading an article, but I am also going to be inserting some of my own thoughts on this, so please bear with me and know that I stand with my own thoughts and opinions on this. Now, we know what these hackers were doing, or what they are doing initially. Logging in without the needs of passwords, but let's talk about how these guys pulled it all off. So, security researchers have uncovered a hack that allows cyber criminals to gain access to people's Google accounts without even needing their passwords. Analysts from security firm Cloud SEK found that a dangerous form of malware uses third-party cookies to gain unauthorized access to people's private data and is already being actively tested by hacking groups. Now, Google, YouTube, FBI, computer crimes units all around the world, if you're listening to this podcast, you guys might want to get your crews together and your companies or whoever all together and discuss how you guys can better our two-step authentication protection from these lowlives. And not only that, but these malwares. As much as I love to use the internet and making YouTube videos, and as much as we all need internet, I will not stand for hackers hacking into our accounts and stealing everything we have. Everything from us. Even our passwords, our accounts, and then losing all of our stuff, which means we can't use our YouTube pages, losing all of our videos and subscribers. I had this happen to me with my Instagram one time, but the guy was dumb enough to fall for our trick. ending up with me getting my account back. And when our accounts get hacked, Instagram and Google support centers do not do jack shit to get our accounts back, leaving us pissed off that we lost all of our things, our life, everything. Meaning that these scammers and hackers can now pretend to be us and potentially, they can potentially just pretend to be us and also hack other people as well and continue that cycle, We gotta step up our support centers. Support centers, you guys definitely gotta step up and do something to stop this. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. So, the exploit was first revealed in October 2023 when a hacker posted about it in a channel on the messaging platform Telegram. The post noted how accounts could be compromised through a vulnerability with cookies, which are used by websites and browsers to track users and increase their efficiency and usability. Sorry guys, I cannot speak today. I don't know why I cannot. I'm having trouble speaking and, I don't mean to. It just sort of happens. But Google see, there I go again. I cannot speak. I can't pronounce anything right now. Google authentication cookies allow users to access their accounts without constantly having to re-enter their login details. However, the hackers found a way to retrieve these cookies in order to bypass the two-factor authentication. The Google web browser, which is the world's most popular with a market share greater than 60% last year, is currently in the process of cracking down on third-party cookies. We routinely upgrade our defenses against such techniques and to secure users who fall victim to malware. In this instance, Google has taken action to secure any compromised accounts detected, Google said in a statement. Now, cookies are such a fucking lie in this day and age. They're practically useless in this day and age. They are so easy to be bypassed, and mind you guys, hacking is illegal under the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, as well as under state laws. If you are caught doing this, you could get in trouble big time, which will get you up to 20 years in prison and a fine, or a fine up to $1,500. Stealing people's identity and accounts, info, and things like that are illegal. I think we should step up our security, but also in a way that's not too Big Brother-like. I think that would actually help out greatly. Or if we can have a better two-step verification or authentication to where it can't be touched, aka bypassed. That could help too. Say what you guys want, but with today's technology and in the future, I think we can prevent hackers and can have better security and authentication over our account as well. We don't know what is possible and what is not if our programmers and companies don't put this into beta testing of some sort. Like, we really don't know. Like, what is possible and what is not possible. But I think it is possible that we can fix our authentication and verification systems and security systems for our accounts, or in general, our internet, so these guys can't steal any of our info and things like that anymore. I really think it could happen. I believe it can happen. I believe anything could happen if we just put our minds and whatnot to it, and if we just try it out. Like, it may work, it may not, but if we just try it out, we'll know, you know? Users should continuously take steps to remove any malware from their computer, and we recommend turning on enhanced safe browsing in Chrome to protect against phishing and malware downloads. Now that I disagree with, because even if we do stuff like that, chances are hackers are still going to be able to find a way to bypass that. If they can bypass the two-step authentication and verification, stuff like that, then they can most likely do that with malware and other things like that too. If Google can put themselves in our positions, and especially if we aren't computer savvy or cell phone savvy, I guarantee that they would work harder and do something different, or at least discuss with the company about making a malware that should be free to download and free to use, and charging $40 or something a month for protection from the malware that will actually not only be bypassable, but will actually work to keep everything on your computer or on your account protected. Not just your passwords, but everything. It would work way better than any malware you could find. It would be It would be a perfect invention and could keep us safe. You know, the researchers who uncovered the threat said it underscores the complexity and stealth of modern cyber attack. This exploit enables continuous access to Google services even after a user's password is reset. Pavan Catherick M., a threat intelligence researcher at Cloud SEK, wrote in a blog post detailing the issue. That statement Pavan made alone just makes me feel uncomfy. Like, it really does. Like, I've changed my passwords a whole lot since I've had this account since 2019. And here they are saying that even after, you change your login info, you change your passwords, you enable the two-step authentication or the verification or whatever. Basically, what they're saying is that no matter what you do, hackers could still get into your account. If that doesn't make you or me feel uncomfy using the internet, then I don't know what does. It highlights the necessity for continuous monitoring of both technical vulnerabilities and human intelligence sources to stay ahead of emerging cyber threats. The security issue was detailed in a report titled Compromising Google Accounts, Malwares, Exploiting Undocumented OAuth 2 Functionality for Session Hijacking, written by CloudSec threat intelligence researcher Pavan Catherick M. So guys, be careful using the internet, because now we know that changing the passwords don't work and 2FA it can be bypassed. Two-step authentication and verification, all that stuff can be bypassed, no matter what you do. And malware can also be bypassed by hackers. And I don't know how hackers were back then in the days of AOL, but I feel like hackers are evolving, and these companies are just doing, I don't know if they're doing less and less to help us be safe on the internet, or they don't know what to do. But they don't fix the errors that make it possible for these hackers to bypass. Like, literally, as I said earlier, Instagram help center doesn't do a freaking thing about your hacked accounts. It really doesn't. I've tried making report after report after report to Instagram about my account being hacked back then in 2022, the beginning of it. If you guys seen those videos of me confronting those hackers, you would know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. They're up on my channel right now. And I will put a little thing at the end of the video, or at the end of this podcast, or I'll just leave a video, like a link in the comments or the description box below. But hackers need to realize that we have lives, we have feelings, and also we have hard work stored on our computers and accounts, and we use those accounts to access our YouTube pages and everything. And we would not feel like grinding for all that hard work again if something happens to our accounts. And plus, not only we know about the naughty games you guys use when you direct message us for Bitcoin and whatnot. Hey, how about getting a legal job and going to school instead of blowing your day hacking into our accounts and then stealing our identities and pretending to be us and tricking our friends into your traps? Next time you freaking hackers come at me, next time you guys come to me, I will not be off guard. I will block you because apparently our report systems are broken, and they're just totally so broken that nothing will work. So, folks, be careful on the internet for these scum of the earth behind the computer screens. They bypass passwords to get into our accounts just for their own pleasures and sickness. This has got to stop, and I will say this again. Google, Instagram, Microsoft, whoever might be looking at this or listening to this podcast, you guys might want to make your security systems more harder to bypass, and if you can't make a way for something to become unbypassable, we work hard, to using YouTube or anything, using our accounts and emails and whatnot, and had our accounts too long just for these idiots to take it all from us by one push of a button. Hackers can be from anywhere, from India, from Russia, the United Kingdom, Australia, any one of our 50 states, the Bahamas, Hawaii, anywhere. Same with scammers too. Just be careful out there, guys. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over in this podcast. That's all I can think about to talk about on this podcast, really. So, we're going to wrap it up here, and I'm not sure what we will talk about next, but I know it will be good or something interesting. So, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, leave a like and subscribe for more. And stay tuned for our next episode in the future. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and be nice to each other. Catch you later.